Hey guys, so I can't believe I have never done this video before. I've been doing YouTube videos now for over 10 years and you know, there's only so many ideas that you can come up with, but yeah, I had never done this. Fuchsia is a hard color to wear as an eyeshadow, and there's a lot of different directions that you can go in, but I'm just going to give you a couple ideas today of ways that you can wear it if you want to. Sometimes a palette will have a fuchsia in it, and people will look at that and say, what the heck am I supposed to do with this? Well, that's what today's video is about. Okay, the most obvious way to me, because I'm staring at this palette, is a monochromatic look. Wear fuchsia with a bunch of other pinks, just different depths of color, and that would be the most easiest way. This is an eyeshadow palette that is exactly what I'm talking about. This is Raspberry Icing by I Heart Revolution. This is a brand that is available at some Ulta stores. But yeah, you can just do, you know, the lighter shades on your brow bone highlight, inner corner highlight, and then just your lid can be a little bit darker, the crease can be a little bit darker than that. You can drag some color along the lower lash line that's darker than that, and just do a monochromatic look. So that's the most obvious way to do it, to me. But there is another way that I like to wear fuchsia, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay, I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks to make it look a little bit better. One thing I like to do is if I'm working with a hard color, I like to go all matchy-matchy, and I like to wear the color as an article of clothing. It doesn't have to be your shirt. It can be some kind of accessory piece if you want to, if that's like too much fuchsia for you to do a shirt with it. But it really ties it in with the color, and it just makes it look more like it belongs. And another tip that I want to give you is fuchsia is such a bright, bold color that I would not recommend putting on blush, believe it or not. So all I have on so far, I did my face primer, my foundation, my concealer. I'm not doing powder lately. I'm just skipping powder because my skin gets really dry in the winter, and I've been working with those pigments that I bought a lot lately, and they don't stick to powder. So I'm just skipping powder these days. So then the next thing I did was my contour. Now let's begin with this. I did my contour the way I normally would, okay, which is like right here, and then I go up at an angle. But then if I'm not doing blush, I did another line going like that and blended it in. So I like to have like more definition if there's no blush involved. So I've got like a double line of my contour stick. All the products I'm talking about will be listed in the description box as always. So if I'm not doing blush, then I'm not doing highlighter either, because to me, highlighter looks funny if you don't have blush on. So we're skipping powder, we're skipping blush, we're skipping highlighter, although the skipping of the powder has nothing to do with the fact that fuchsia is the color that we're focusing on. All right, so, oh, I also did my brows. So the next step is going to be eyeshadow primer. I'm going to prime my eyes with Amuse Cosmetics eyeshadow primer. This is in the color Clean Slate. This is from shopmissy.com. I don't have the right brush in front of me. Okay, now I do. I'm going to use my AOA Studio High Def brush, and this is the E101. So I'm just going to swirl my brush generously in there and put some of this on. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my Fuchsia eyeshadow. Now I'm going to use the one that's in that palette that I just showed you. So there's the fuchsia right there, but you may have another palette that has a fuchsia, so it's not really that important what exact palette you use because we're just talking about certain kinds of colors and what other colors look nice with them. So I'm thinking off the top of my head that Jeffree Star Morphe collaboration, I believe there was also a fuchsia in that palette. There's probably one in the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette too, now that I think about it. But whatever you have for a fuchsia eyeshadow. Oh, while we're on the subject, I would not wear reds or fuchsias on the daily because they sometimes can cause irritation and staining. So these kind of colors should be reserved for a once in a while thing, because I think you'll find if you wear them frequently, you're going to get some irritation. There's just, there's an ingredient that they put in a lot of these eyeshadows. There's actually a couple ingredients that they use for these sorts of colors that can cause irritation. There's one natural ingredient, carmine, which is crushed up beetles. I know, that's gross, but sometimes they use carmine, and that can cause irritation. And also the red or pink dyes, certain colors of those can cause irritation. So you just want to do this once in a while. Okay, I'm going to work off one eye so that the video isn't crazy long. Okay, now, you might be wondering, what color is she going to put with that now? She's put that fuchsia all over her eye. I feel like the color that pairs nicely with this is a deeper shade of purple. Oh, I didn't finish this because what I'm going to do is switch to another brush now, the Morphe M506 brush. And I'm also going to take that same fuchsia and I am going to bring it a little bit into the crease. So yeah, a deep shade of purple is going to be the next color I use, but make sure that it's the same tone as the fuchsia that you use. In other words, you don't want to use like a you don't want to use a warm purple with a cool fuchsia, or vice versa. If you choose to use a warm fuchsia, you don't want to use a cool purple. It's just not going to look right together. So try to stick with the same tone if you can. It will make a difference. All right, so I brought that up because we're going to build our purple on top of that. Always have trouble with the eyeshadow sticking on this outer edge here. It never seems to want to stick. That's probably because of when I put the eyeshadow primer. I probably don't get it in that section very well. All right, so all right, now we can go in with the purple. So I'm looking for a deep purple, so I went through my collection, and this Zuri Flawless Metallic Eyeshadow Palette has tons of purples in it. And this one right here is a nice deep purple. See, if I tilt it, you can see like the depth of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that same Morphe brush that I was just using for the fuchsia, because we're going to be blending these shades together anyway. So why use a separate brush? All right, so I'm just putting some on the brush. And now I'm going to go right in the outside part here. So you want to get some like on the lid and some just, you know, in the outer corner area. Okay, now whatever is left on the brush, I'm going to buff it inward a little bit. And then start buffing it a little bit inward on the lids. And don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. We're gonna fix that. Right now we're just trying to blend those two colors together. Okay, so I know it looks crazy. What we're gonna do, I gotta grab another brush. I haven't talked about this in such a long time. I hope they still make it. I think they do. This is the e.l.f. C brush. And what I like to use that for is I like to use it almost like an eraser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right along the edge of this look and kind of make it more even and smooth, and you'll see what I mean. So anything that extends out a little bit too far or has too rough of an edge on it, this is going to blur it out and make it look cleaner and neater. Can you see the difference that made? It really just cleans it up. If you don't have this brush and you don't want to buy it, you can do the same thing with a Q-tip, but I feel like this works better. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this BH Cosmetics 132 brush, the same one that I used in yesterday's video as a lip brush. This is a really versatile brush. We're going to go back into that same purple that I used, and we're going to take some along the lower lash line. Okay, I'm going to go back to that e.l.f. C brush and just buff the outer edge just a little bit because I went a little bit too hard. Okay, now we're going to move on to eyeliner. I'm going to use this Maybelline Tattoo Studio gel pencil liner in the shade Rich Amethyst. And all these things I'm using are in the cool color tone. They're all cool toned colors. So I'm going to put that on the waterline. So I've got two shades of purple going on here. Oh, my eyes are so sensitive today. Usually this doesn't bother me at all. I'm not poking myself in the eye. I'm just, yeah, my eyes feel very sensitive today. I don't know what's going on. All right, what's next? Curl the eyelashes. Milk Makeup Kush Mascara is my mascara of choice today. And I always start with the lower lashes. That way I don't get transfer on the top lashes. Okay, so I'll finish the other eye off camera and then we will discuss what we're going to do for a lipstick. Okay, so I meant to say before when I was doing the eyeliner that if you don't have a purple eyeliner, no problem. Black eyeliner would look just as good, so that's fine. Okay, so the other eye is done, so now we're going to talk about what we're going to do on our lips. You do not want to go fuchsia lipstick. That's going to be too much, and now we're going to go into clown territory if that's what you might have been thinking. So what you can do is you can still do pink, but go a muted version of pink. So I'm going to use this City Color Be Matte lipstick in the shade Baby Pink. So this is a very light, muted pink. All right, now I gotta grab a lip liner because, man, I am so disorganized today. All right, hopefully this is gonna work because this is the only light pink lip liner that I have, and I don't know that the tone is gonna be right for this. This is ColourPop Oh Snap. So hopefully this will work out okay. And if I'm working with a difficult color like this super light pink, I add the lip liner afterward. I don't know, I just feel like that works better when you're dealing with these really light lipsticks. Because normally I would put it on first. All right, that's not bad. Okay, and just pressing my lips together a little bit, that kind of blended it together a little bit. But ideally, yeah, this is not as cool toned as lipstick is. I wouldn't do gloss either because gloss is going to also make it to be a little bit much. All right, so let's try some setting spray. This is my favorite Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist that I'm always using in my videos. So you got to shake this up because it will separate. Okay, so let me shut off the light from my makeup mirror. There, now you can get a better look at it. So yeah, I think pink and purple work really well together, and that's how I like to do it. So see what I mean about the no blush thing. If I had like pink blush on right now, or fuchsia blush, or whatever, it would definitely be too much. I mean, just these eyes are intense enough as it is. And if you're not into pale pink lipstick, that's perfectly fine. A nude lipstick will work just as well. So that's it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.